Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your paleontology teacher, Jen, and it's time for some Wordplay Wednesday. Today's word is anagenesis. Anagenesis is the process of species formation without branching of the evolutionary line of descent. Some examples include Daspletosaurus to Tyrannosaurus and several species of Camarasaurus. So, I used a similar depiction in another video last week. But basically you can see that in one theory, D. turosus becomes D. wilsoni, which becomes D. horneri, which goes to Tyrannosaurini, into Tyrannosaurus. Now, basically, it's not branching off anywhere. Daspletosaurus is slowly becoming Tyrannosaurus over time. You have some similarities, you have some differences. There's a time gap, and maybe a tiny bit of overlap. But for the most part, they live at different times. They have different things going on. Do that. Generally speaking, there is little to no time overlap between the species, but it can happen. So, for example, there's a little overlap between some of the species of Camarasaurus. But generally, there's about a 2 million year gap between them. You're more likely to find one species in one set of rocks than you are another, kind of thing. And they're slowly changing into each other. We go from lentis to Camarasaurus lentis to Camarasaurus grandis to Camarasaurus supremus, just like we were doing with Daspletosaurus. Now, this could be hard to understand in fossils, so I'm going to give you a modern example. This is the pepper moth. The peppered moth, during the Industrial Revolution, went from this peppered white to a dark sooty color because it needed to blend in with all the soot-covered landscape. And now we have two separate types of moths because they evolved to be able to blend into different environments. So, and that didn't take very long. And now part of that is because with insects, evolution is a little different because they're so much smaller and they have such short lives compared to other animals that things happen on a faster scale, so we can see those changes. But essentially, that's anagenesis there for you. And tune in tomorrow to learn more about the most famous Tyrannosaurus on Earth. So hopefully you learned a little bit about anagenesis and you look forward to learning about that tomorrow, and I will fossilize you later.